afternoon. Good afternoon. How's everybody? Country, bluegrass, call and response, jazz, tango, gospel. Think about your favorite types of music. Chances are they all have roots in African music. Our goal here today is to celebrate those roots by giving you just a small sample of this influence. Good afternoon. My name is Erica Simon. I'm coming to you from two places today. I work for the Human Relations Department, DEI, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion for the city of Winston-Salem. And I also work with Tricultural Arts, our two sponsors today. Welcome to the annual Black History Month Showcase a Song. At this time, we are going to sing our Black National Anthem. You may be seated. Up next, we will have greetings from Mayor Alan Joines from the city of Winston-Salem. Then we will have greetings from Wanda Allen Abraha, our director of the city of Winston-Salem Human Relations Department, and then from Robert Leake III, who is the chair of our city of Winston-Salem Human Relations Commission. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alan Joins, Mayor of the City of Winston-Salem, and I certainly regret that I can't be with you today here at Union Baptist Church. And let me obviously thank Bishop Sir Walter Mack and the Union Baptist Church for hosting this event. It's always a fun way and a great way to culminate our Black History Month celebrations throughout the city as we celebrate wonderful religious music today. I thank Wanda Abraha and the staff and board of the Winston-Salem Human Relations Department for always putting this on. It's a great event. So again, I hope you enjoy today, and let's keep remembering the important contributions made during Black History Month. Thank you.
Good afternoon. All right, come on, let's do better than that. Good afternoon. All right, we're celebrating Showcase of Songs, so we are thankful that you all have came out this evening. We're thankful that you all came out this evening on your busy Saturday. You could have been anywhere else but to celebrate a Showcase of Songs with the Human Relations, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Department. And when I started within this commission, it was first called Human Relations Commission. So we've been able to work tangibly together with the city of Winston-Salem as well with the other commissioners to enlarge the department as the department has grown, but also focus on diversity and equity in the city of Winston-Salem. And so we're thankful for that as well. I have a colleague with me this afternoon, Mr. Commissioner Fred Taylor. If you can stand up as well, let them know who you are. Thank you so much. So I bring greetings to you all as the chairman of the Human Relations Commission, Robert Lee III, and my colleague, Vice Chair, Miss Melissa Thompson. So I said it to Miss Wanda Allen Abrahai that many of you all do not know, but you're going to know right now that I am a pastor of my church. And so we believe in some old hymns. And so I asked Dr. Wanda Allen Abrahai, was it okay if I just sang a snippet of an old hymn to be able to bring it forth icebreaker as we kick off this Showcase of Songs. Is that all right with you all? All right, come on, let's clap your hands together. All right, come on. Okay, all right. Y'all want to back me up on this? If you can? Okay, I appreciate it. Okay, now you all gonna know this song as well. Some of us, all right. If you don't know this, still clap with me, all right? I'm gonna hide behind that mountain. I'm gonna hide behind that mountain. I'm gonna hide behind mountain where the chilling wind don't blow. Y'all got it? Oh, I'm gonna hide. There we go. Behind. Come on, sing. Behind that mountain. Oh, I'm gonna hide behind that mountain. I'm gonna hide behind mountain where the chilly, oh yeah, won't blow. Oh, amazing grace. How many know it? Oh, how sweet the sound. Oh, that saved a wretch like me. You know what? I once was lost, now I'm found. Oh, blind, oh, now I see. Last time. Oh, I'm gonna hide behind that mountain. Oh, I'm gonna hide behind that mountain. mountain where the chilly won't blow. Oh, I'm gonna wear. Oh, I'm going where the chilly winds don't blow. I'm gonna hide where the chill. Oh, I'm gonna hide. Oh, I'm gonna hide. One of these old days, and then it won't be long. You're gonna miss me one day. I'm going where the chilly. Oh, I'm gonna hide behind that mountain. Oh, I'm gonna. Oh, the mountain. Oh, I'm gonna hide behind. Oh, mountain. Oh, where the chilly wind don't blow. God bless you all. All right, thank you all.
My. How do you follow something like that? You just simply don't even try. That's what you do. So I would just like to thank our Human Relations Commission's chair, Pastor Robert Leake III. Can we please give him another round of applause? I was certainly not expecting that, so that was a very nice surprise. My name is Wanda Allen Abraha, and I am the Director of the Human Relations, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Department with the City of Winston-Salem. And I am absolutely thrilled to be here at Union Baptist Church. Great to be here. And I would like to thank Union Baptist and Triad Cultural Arts. I know Miss Cheryl Harry is here. Erica Simon on our staff. She has done an outstanding job with coordinating today's program. Thank you, Erica. And while this is an annual program, this is the first time that we've held this particular program at Union Baptist Church. So again, happy to be here. I would like to also acknowledge that I do believe I have almost a full staff here today. We have our very esteemed Assistant Director, Dr. Ronnie D. Christian, sitting in the back. Ronnie, would you please stand and wave to everyone? Thank you, Ronnie. I always get in trouble when I try to do this, so I'm going to give it a shot, y'all. We also have Mr. Bob Thompson, who is our Language Access Coordinator with Building Integrated Communities. Bob, thank you for being here with his lovely wife. We also have Mr. Javier Correa Vega, who's here with his lovely family, Language Access Coordinator. Thank you, Javier. Mr. Chris Thompson, you are here somewhere. Could you please stand and wave? Chris is our Equity Coordinator. Yes, there he is. And we have Adolfo Briseño, who's right beside him, whom I almost missed. Adolfo, please stand and wave. He's one of our administrators. And is there anyone else on staff that I do not see? Please let me know, because that's all I see. Julie, where are you? Yes, thank you, y'all. Yes, Julie. We have Miss Julie Puckett, and she is our Equity Assurance Administrator in our DEI division. And I do believe we've been joined by our Vice Chair of the Human Relations Commission, Ms. Melissa Thompson, I think. I thought I glimpsed her. Yes. Vice Chair Thompson, thank you for being here. Did I miss anyone else from our team, commission or staff? Did I miss anyone else? Okay, great. All right, so why are we here today? Why? Well, first of all, let me tell you, as you already know, this is Black History Month. Yes, indeed, indeed. And it's something that we should all be proud about and of, because Black history is American history. So, yes, let's get that straight from the beginning. Yes. And so what I mean by that is, as a city, as an entity, as an organization, a department, a commission, we would be remiss if we did not acknowledge the fact that African ancestry really did help build and pretty much built the foundation of the country when it comes to labor and when it comes to blood, sweat, and tears from many, many, many years ago. And I also want to make it crystal clear that Africans at that time who were forced into enslavement and brought over to this country, in my opinion, are not immigrants. I've heard that lately. I know there's some lingo narrative out there that Africans from way back when who were enslaved were immigrants. No, they were not, in my opinion. My humble opinion, this does not represent the views of the city of Winston-Salem. So let me say that. But definitely, I think that we do ourselves a disservice if we don't recognize the discrimination, the hardships, the absolutely deplorable, unthinkable, unfathomable, blasphemous behaviors that happened towards the African ancestors that so many of us have in this country. And so one way that we address it in our department is we try to address it through education. We like to educate our community. That's one of our charges as Human Relations DEI. We are responsible for educating the community, bringing the community together. And so we enforce the civil rights ordinances and laws that the city of Winston-Salem has in the code book. We also educate city employees about anti-discrimination laws and practices, but we educate the community. And I can personally think of no better way to use my background, particularly my law degree, to do this. I never thought I'd use my law degree like this, but God had this in mind for me, obviously, and I'm absolutely thrilled that he did. And so I just want to say that, again, we're happy to be here. And as the first female director of this department, I feel especially honored to be standing before you to bring you today's program. So we are going to celebrate. We're going to connect those dots between the music that comes from the African continent, those beats, those rhythms, the chanting, just the whole messaging of music that was so imperative years ago during the days of slavery, when music was one of the only ways to communicate through code. Whether it was the Underground Railroad or other things that were going on, music was a critical part in the survival of the slaves. And so we want to show, again, that connection of the dots from those days all the way up to all of the genres that Erica mentioned earlier of music, whether it's rock and roll, country, bluegrass, gospel, R&B, pop, hard rock, you name it, we can trace it back to Africa. So let's learn a little bit more about that. And without further ado, we are absolutely excited to have our African drummers here. They are usually with us every single year under the direction of Mr. Tribby, so we're happy to have them back this year. And so they're going to kick us off so that we can actually show the progression from Africa all the way up. So thank you.
How y'all doing? Oh, come on now. Just like Robert Leake said, how y'all doing? That's a little better. All right, we're gonna need y'all's help here, because this is all about call and response. This is all about community when it comes to West African music, when it comes to West African dance. We don't have any dancers with us today, but I do think you're gonna be seeing some dance in just a little bit. These amazing kids behind me are 4th and 5th graders from Ward Elementary School. All phenomenal in their own right. Yeah, give it up for them. There's one more left. You're not coming? Oh, come on. My daughter's here. She come on, girl, get up here. You know the beat. You sit right there. See, I feel lucky to have been a student of Mamadi Keita. He passed away last year. Phenomenal West African drummer. He's also taught quite a few drummers in this city and around this area. We have a very rich West African drumming community. And I'm not anything compared to that dude. I mean, I'm just telling you right now. But what I love is to be able to share these beats with our kids, and particularly with my kids at Ward. And so if you would, because this is their debut performance, would you give it up for them? We need your help with this first song. So if you would you guys just repeat after me? Aka biole, Wande sa, via wanyo. Aka biole, Wande sa, via wanyo. Aka biole, Wande sa, via wanyo. You just said you're happy to be a part of this group, and so are we. If you'll help us sing, because I know they're going to be nervous about singing. Mr. Jayon Pebon, fourth grader at Ward, is going to tell you a little bit about the rhythm we're going to play for you.
Good afternoon. We are the Ward Elementary West African Drumming Squad. My name is Jayon Pebon. The piece we'll perform for you today is called Cuckoo. It comes from the Manyan people of Guinea, West Africa. In former times, the woman would do the fishing, and the men would play this rhythm on the banks of the river. When they returned, the woman would empty their fishing nets on the ground and dance to this rhythm.
job. Nice job. This way, y'all.
And now we will call out Ethiopian Children's Choir to come up. Let me tell you a little bit about this. Ethiopian music began as a form of religious expression during the 4th century AD with the advent of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. The church's own unique musical style was created by Yared, the father of Ethiopian church music, and his vivid 3-mode sounds are still practiced today. The Ethiopian drum represents the crown of thorns, and the strings in the side represent the disciples. Also in church, ladies cover their heads. As per the Bible, people wear white, and that's to represent God's purity, and remove their shoes before entering holy ground, which is inside the church. And men and women sit on opposite sides. The special characteristics of the Ethiopian music is the use of a 5-note pentatonic scale with large intervals between some of the notes, giving an unresolved feeling to the music, like waiting for a stone to hit the bottom of a well and not hearing it. And here today, presenting to us 2 songs of their choice, Caddy Merritt, Ethiopian Orthodox Children's Choir. Lend them your attention. Come on.
Good morning, good afternoon. My name is Abiyo Abraha. I'm the chair of the board for Kinana Ethiopian Orthodox Church, the first church in the Triad area. Now we are joining with our priest, Father Johannes. So he's going to bless us in the name of Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. So,
በስመ አብ ወወልድ ወመንፈስ ቅዱስ አሐዱ አምላክ አሜን። እንጀምራለን።
So, as you can see, the Ethiopian Orthodox is the ancient, most of you know from Bible, it's called Cush, the dark skin, and it's a lot of things mentioned in Ethiopia, in the Bible, for the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Most of us are from the Christian area in Ethiopia. I am actually was born in 2 hours from Aksum, which of the Ark of Covenant is existed, and most of them right here also is one of the known church Lalibela and Addis area. So much history, so many things you can learn about Ethiopia. Also, it's a birth of coffee. If you like Starbucks, the coffee comes from Ethiopia. So there's a lot of history, read about it, but they're going to sing. We have drum here, the 3 things that Ethiopian Orthodox they use: the drum, the bell, and also the prayer sticks. All those are part of our chanting. All right. All right. Thank you so much. It's a wonderful thing, you know. I know most of you don't understand the language, but you can see we can praise God in different languages. So as you can see, you can see the hands, the prayers, everything was praising God. That's what they're saying. You know, just really let's celebrate Ethiopia, the God of country. The same thing in America. So it has a lot of history, and so we don't know it. But God speaks different language, so it doesn't matter. So praise God. All right, let's give the little kids.
The glory and grace of the angels, Lamadayaman. The glory and grace of the angels, Lamadayaman. Behind the sanctuary, behind the curtains, they said to her, salutations, Mariam, you are virgin without spot. Behind the sanctuary, behind the curtains, they said to her, salutations, Mariam, you are virgin without spot. The glory and grace of the angels, Lamadayaman. The glory and grace of the angels, Lamadayaman. Behind the sanctuary, behind the curtains, they said to her, salutations, Mariam, you are virgin without spot. Behind the sanctuary, behind the curtains, they said to her, salutations, Mariam, you are virgin without spot. يودسوا ملايكة لمريم يودسوا ملايكة لمريم واستدمنتو ويبلوا بهاكي مريم حدثوا تأوى واستدمنتو ويبلوا بهاكي مريم حدثوا تأوى.
Yeah, thank you so much for the new generation. They're starting in English. Good job, good job, good job.
Let's give that choir another hand. That's the beauty of music. Even though you don't know the words, music shows expression, and we could see the joy and the love and the sincereness they had with those songs. And that's the beauty of music. You don't have to know the words, but we had the rhythm with them, and we knew it was a joyful song. Thank you so much. So we're going to continue on. Actually, Reverend Lee got us started on this. And the next phase we're going into, which will be our spirituals. Thank you, Reverend Lee, for getting us started on that, getting people in the mood. So let me tell you a little bit about the spirituals. The American Negro spirituals are the folk songs created by the enslaved Africans after their arrival in North America between 1619 and 1860. Before the abolition of legalized slavery in 1865, a particular style of American folk song rose in prominence among enslaved African peoples living in the American South. This song form came to be known as spirituals, also known historically as Negro spirituals. Spirituals such as Swing Low, Sweet Chariot were used as tools to remember and communicate, since the majority of the slaves could not read. Harriet Tubman and other slaves used songs as a strategy to communicate with slaves in their struggle for freedom. Coded songs contain words giving directions on how to escape, also known as signal songs, or where to meet, known as map songs. And now, the voices from Jimmy Diggs and Friends, in combination with Emmanuel Baptist Church group, will favor us with their choice of two spiritual songs that were not only used for communication and encouragement to the enslaved people during slavery, but those same songs still serve the same purpose today. And you know what? These type of songs you don't even have to rehearse, just like Reverend Leek did. What you do is join in and help sing. These two are going to sing together. And these type of songs, once you hear it, it just comes to you. You don't have to worry about if you're singing soprano, alto, or what. These songs come from the heart. So at this time, further ado, I'm going to ask Jimmy Diggs, and we got Gloria Swindle representing Emmanuel Church. And y'all join in. Thank you.
I said, look where he brought me from. Well, he brought me out of darkness. Whoa, walking in the light. Oh, look where he brought me from. I said, look where he brought me from. Oh, Lord, look where he brought me from. Well, he brought me out of darkness. Oh, walking in the light. Oh, Lord, look where
Amen. Everything is moving by the power of God. And from there, we have our gospel hymns. Gospel hymns first emerged in conjunction with the 1850s Protestant city revival movement, designed to attract the poor and lower class dwellers of the growing cities. White songwriters such as Fanny Crosby and Ira Sankey of the Moody Sankey evangelistic team sought to create songs relevant to the needs of this group with a focus on conversion and salvation. These songs, called gospel hymns, became standard in the hymn book, used by both black and white congregations. In the late 18th and into the 19th century, the charismatic black Methodist minister Charles Albert Tindley began writing a new gospel hymn style, many written to complement his soul-stirring sermons delivered to his urban black and later mixed congregation. Pioneering a new gospel hymn style, Charles Tindley introduced texts that centered on the worldly concerns of black Christians as well as the joys of afterlife. The verbal language and musical style resonated especially with the poor and struggling black Christians who needed encouragement and assurance. During the 1900s, the familiar hymn, Lift Every Voice and Sing, was originally written as a poem by educator James Weldon Johnson, with accompanying music created by his brother, John Johnson. While composing, James Johnson struggled to write lyrics that spoke to the traumatic yet triumphant lives of his ancestors. And here to favor us with two gospel hymns as their choice, we have Deborah Hill and her team, a praise team. Let's give them a hand. Oh, good afternoon, good afternoon. We're going to do a hymn, and a hymn tells a story. And when you do the hymn, you're supposed to do all 4 stanzas. They're not called verses, they're stanzas. And so we're going to do, first we're going to do Hold to God's Unchanging Hand. Put my glasses on so I can see this. If they put the words up on the screen. And I hope that we all would join in together and do this. Time is filled with swift transition, not on earth, unmoved can stand. Build your hopes on things eternal. Hold to God's unchanging hand. Hold to his hand, God's unchanging hand. Hold to his hand, God's unchanging hand. Build your hopes on things eternal and hold to God's unchanging hand. And as I said, we're going to do all 4 stanzas. Words on the screen. Time is filled with transition. Time is filled with swift transition. None on earth unmoved can stand. Build your hopes on things eternal. Oh, to God's unchanging hand. Come on and hold to his hand, God's unchanging hand. Oh, hold to his hand, God's unchanging hand. We got to build our hopes on things eternal. Oh, to God's unchanging hand. Trust in him who will not leave you. Oh, whatsoever years may bring. If my earthly friends forsake,
to him cling. Everybody, let's hold to his hand, God's unchanging hand. Oh, to his, hold on to God's unchanging hand. We've got to build our hopes on things eternal. Oh, we got to hold to God's unchanging hand. Cover not this world's vain riches that so rapidly decay. Seek to gain the heavenly treasure that will never pass away. Come on, put your hands together. Come on and hold to his hand. Hold on to God's unchanging hand. Hold to his hand. God's unchanging hand. Build your hope on things eternal. Oh, we got to hold to God's unchanging hand. The last verse. When your journey is completed, oh, and in to God you have been true. Fair and bright the home in glory. You're in rapture, so will you. Oh, church, we got to hold to his hand. Hold on to God's unchanging. Get a real good grip. Hold to his hand. God's unchanging hand. Oh, we got to build our hopes on things eternal. Oh, we got to hold to God's unchanging hand. One more time. Oh, we got to hold to his hand. Hold on to God. Get a real good grip. God's unchanging hand. Build your hope on things eternal. We've got to hold to God, unchanging hand. We're going to do one more, and this is a call and response. I say what I say, you say. On most of it, okay, anyway. I've been up and I've been down. I've been up and I've been down. Oh, but when I get to heaven, all of my troubles will be over, and I won't be Thought I couldn't get well. Yes, I've been sick. Thought I couldn't get well. Oh, but when I all of my troubles will be over, and I won't be up and down no more. Been talked about as show you born. Been talked about as show you born. Oh, but when I get to heaven, all of my troubles will be over, and I won't be up and down no more. Yes, I've been up, and I've been down. Yes, I've been up. Sometimes I've been down. Oh, but when I get to heaven, all of my troubles will be over, and I won't be up and down no more. Yes, I've been up. Can I get a witness? And I've been down. Yes, I've been up. And I've been down. Oh, but when I get to heaven, 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 I'm gonna walk around. I'm gonna see King Jesus. Tell him about the trouble that I came from. When I get to heaven, when I get to heaven, all of my troubles will be over, and I won't be up and down no more. I'm sure that's one of the songs our ancestors would sing. You've been up and you've been down. But one day, all of those times will be over. When you get to heaven, you don't have to worry about being up or being down again, because all your troubles will be over. And you won't have to cry no more. So we're moving on. Let's move to the blues. The blues is a music genre and musical form which was originated in the deep south of the United States around the 1860s by African Americans from roots in African American work songs and spirituals. Blues incorporated spirituals, work songs, field hollers, shouts, chants, and rhymed simply narrative ballads. The first recording generally considered blues were made in the 1920s by Southern musicians such as Mamie Smith, Ma Rainey, Blind Lemon Jefferson, and Bessie Smith. These recordings were mostly of spiritual or gospel songs with a few inserts of blues lyrics. The haunting song, Strange Fruit, popularized by Billie Holiday, was written actually in 1937 by Abel Mirapol, a Jewish high school teacher and civil rights activist from the Bronx. Strange Fruit was originally written, as I say, as a poem. According to several sources, Billie Holiday performed Strange Fruit in 1939. Mirapol was driven to write the lyrics
after seeing a photo of two black men who had been lynched in Indiana. The eerie. Mournful lyrics never call out lynching explicitly, but use a painful metaphor to describe the horrible terror that ravaged black communities in the South. And now, for your entertainment and enjoyment, the talented Miss LaShonda Redd will do her rendition of Strange Fruit, and then she's gonna bring it out with Mahalia Jackson, How I Got Over. You know, I had to look that up. I didn't know if Mahalia Jackson sings blues or not. And and I did go back and read a little bit about that, and it did say Mahalia Jackson's singing was after considered jazz or blues with religious lyrics. She fielded questions about the nature of gospel blues and how she developed her song, her singing style. So we're gonna ask Miss LaShonda Redd, if she will, come and favor us with the rendition of Strange Bird and How I Got Over.
Southern trees bear a strange fruit, blood on the leaves and blood on the root, black bodies swinging in the sun. Strange fruit hanging from the poplar tree. Pastoral scene of the gallant South, the bulging eyes and the twisted mouth, scent of magnolias, sweet and fresh. Then the sudden smell of burning flesh. Here is a fruit for the crows to pluck, for the rain to gather, for the wind to soak, for the sun to rot, for the trees to dry. Here is a strange and bitter oh, how I got over. Oh, how I got over. You know my soul looks back and wonders how I got over. How I got over. Oh, how I got over. You know my soul looks back and wonders how I got over. As Yes, I can see Jesus, the man who died for me, the man who bled and suffered. He hung on Calvary. I want to thank him for how he brought me. I want to thank him for how he taught me. I want to thank him for how he kept me. I want to thank him because he never left me. I want to thank him for time religion. I want to thank him for giving me vision. I want to join that heavenly choir. I'm going to sing and never get tired. I'm going to sing somewhere around the altar. I'm going to shout my troubles over. And I'm going to say, hallelujah. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh, how he's been so good to me. Oh, how I got over. Oh, how I got over. You know my soul looks back and wonders. You know my soul looks back and wonders. You know my soul looks back and wonders how I got over.
I'm ready to have church. So look back at one. Thank you, Miss Red, for that. Woo, Lord. Oh, so that was a little sample of the blues that was within the African Americans. Let's move up a little further with the soul and R&B. Soul music emerged in the late 1950s and remained popular through the 1970s when it was eventually eclipsed by styles like funk and disco. Soul music was a major force in pop music history thanks to labels like Stax and Motown, and exhibited many different variations in different parts of the country. Soul music's popularity among African Americans made it a prominent part of the civil rights movement. Rhythm and blues, commonly known as R&B, is a musical genre developed by Black Americans in the 1940s that's been continuously refined through the present day. Rhythm and blues derived from gospel, jazz, folk, and traditional blues music and emerged in tandem with rock and roll. Rhythm and blues, or R&B as we call it, deviated from rock in the 1960s. Crooners like Etta James, Sam Cooke, brought a smoother veneer to pop music, while white rockers pushed toward heavier sounds and psychedelic experimentation. The monumental hit, A Change Is Gonna Come, is a song by American singer-songwriter Sam Cooke. It was inspired by various events in Cooke's life, most prominently when he and his entourage was turned away from a white-only motel in Louisiana. Cooke felt compelled to write a song that spoke to his struggle and of those around him, and that pertained to the civil rights movement in African Americans. The present-day soul and R&B scenes have changed notably from that of the 1950s and the 1960s, yet it remains one of the most popular genres in American music. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. Moselle Duncan singing in the memory of the legendary Sam Cooke and Luther Vandross, A Change Is Gonna Come, and Impossible Dream.
in a little tent. Oh, and just like that river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. Now I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. I go to the movie and I go downtown, and somebody keep telling me no, don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. Then I go to my brother and I say, brother, help me please. But he winds up knocking me back down on my knees. And oh, there've been times that I thought that I could last for long, but now I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. Thank you. Well, you gonna say something? I got another song.
Thank you, Mr. Duncan. That was beautiful. And to continue with a change is going to come, we got to believe that nothing is impossible. We got to believe in the impossible dream and believe that we have someone there to sustain us when we want to give up. So at this time, we're going to ask Mr. Duncan to sing one other song, Luther Vandross, Impossible Dream.
Amen. Got to be patient with that computer. To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go. Choose right the unrightable wrong, and to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for that heavenly cause. And I know if I'd only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest, and the world will be better for this. Oh, that one man scorned and covered with scars still strolls with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable, the unreachable, the unreachable star. Yes, and I'll always dream the impossible dream. Yes, and I'll reach the unreachable star. Thank you.
Give Mr. Duncan another hand. All right, we are winding down. In addition to music, fine arts are soothing also to the mind. So we have one here, to be young, gifted, and black. What we want to recognize here. Gifted and talented individuals are found across all social groups, irrespective of culture, ethnicity, socioeconomic status, and physical and cognitive learning differences. There are various social understandings of giftedness, and influence the way the term is used, but it can be used broadly to refer to individuals who demonstrate high ability across a wide range of learning areas, or narrowly to refer to high ability in specific learning domains. Different groups understand giftedness in different ways, based on explicit or implicit understanding of them. Nina Simone's lovely, precious dream for black children, along with To Be Young, Gifted, and Black, are songs that calls to all the young, brilliant, black-minded across the world that they are special and wonderful and should rejoice in all of their potential. The song's focus on the youth is important to remember, for it is within them that our hope lies. As the song says, we must begin to tell our young, there's a whole world waiting for you. This is a quest that just begun. Despite the injustice and oppression the world has created as an obstacle to happiness and pride, Simone recognizes that her people sometimes just needed to be reminded that they are beautiful and that they do matter. To be young, gifted, and black breaks the narrative that black people are only defined by their struggle. Though that struggle has been an unavoidable part of our history, we must find moments to celebrate our resilience, pride, and endless potential. If there was ever a question of why Black lives matter, this song answers it simply, boldly, and beautifully. And today, I have the privilege to present to some and introduce to others one of our little young and gifted youth from right here in Winston-Salem, who will do one of her original poems, Miss Sydney Porter.
Democracy. Democracy will not come today, this year, no ever. Through compromise and fear. I have as much right as the other fella has to stand on my 2 feet and own the land. I tire so of hearing people say, let things take their course. Tomorrow is another day. I do not need my freedom when I'm dead. I cannot live on tomorrow's bread. Freedom is a strong seed planted in a great need. I live here too. I want freedom just as you. This poem is written by Lansing Hughes. Thank you.
Let's give her another hand. Thank you, Sydney. Oh. All right. Say it loud, I'm what? Black and I'm proud. Say it loud and I'm black and I'm proud. The spoken word occupies a central and indispensable position in African American history and culture. As a vessel for remembrance, the oral tradition carried African narratives to a new continent and sustained them through bondage. As a political catalyst, speech, in addition to music, defined the struggle for freedom and moved ordinary people to extraordinary acts of courage. And as an art form, the word has conveyed itself forcefully and dramatically by drawing on the rich African American musical heritage. While most anthems of the civil rights movement spoke to the challenges that Black Americans faced in the form of white supremacy and racism, Say It Loud, I'm Black and Proud by James Brown instilled a sense of pride and power within the community. So today, without any further ado, it's a pleasure to welcome Dr. Felicia Pickett Anderson as she shares her spoken words. Say it loud, I'm Black and I'm proud.
Thank you, Queen, for that wonderful introduction. As we've been doing call and response all day, there will be a chance for you to say, I'm black and I'm proud. And when I point to you, you'll know it's your turn. This poem is called James Brown, Redefining Black Pride. In 1968, colorism was the name of the game. If you're yellow, you're mellow. If you're brown, stick around. If you're white, you're right. But if you're black, get back. We started out as a nigger, but somebody called us a nigger. We accepted the label Negro, but that soon turned to color. That label never left because some of us are still members of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. And we were still using skin lighteners, and we were still running from the sun. Coffee will make you black, somebody said. One yellow mother told her high yellow daughter, I ain't coming to your wedding because you marrying that jet black man. And you gonna have some black ugly babies. So count me out. Nobody wanted to be called black. That was a fighting word. He called me black mama. She called me black mama. I went off, ashamed to be black. I ain't black. What did I do to be so black and blue? But in August of 1968, James Brown screamed us all awake. He said, say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. He said, say it loud. One more time, he said, say it loud. Now that was just 4 months after the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. James Brown challenged colorism. And when he did that, black people walked with their heads held high. Black people went and pulled out their crowns and put them on. Black nationalists called us the Black Power movement. Black ministers labeled our spirituality Black liberation theology. Black scholars demanded black studies. Black scholars developed Pan-Africanism. Black women became black feminists and womanists. We went from afros to plaiting to braiding to twisting to knotting to micro curling to locking to pressing to perming to conking to finger waving to processing back to afros, braids, and plaits. But today, we just know inside that we are kings and queens, and these are the crowns that we wear. And we say it loud. We're black and I'm proud. One more time. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Game on.
Thank you so very much. I'd like to end with this thought in mind. Music and the arts have always been used by the voiceless, especially those in the African American community, as a tool that will pave the way to their representation in a community that is stunning them out and neglecting their issues and concerns. Black music captures our mood, our views on life, on mankind, on the world at the time. It's the best type of audio diary that never gets old and that never fails to intrigue those from nearly every culture. That was by Nia Hartman. God bless you.
Well, what we say in church, didn't our hearts burn? All right, yes, thank you all so much for attending, taking a ride through Showcase of Songs. Thank you for coming out this evening, and we do pray that you all will have safe travels. On behalf of the Human Relations Commission, your chairperson, Pastor Robert Lee III, my colleague, vice chair, I missed you earlier. Please stand, Miss Melissa, Commissioner Miss Melissa Thompson. Thank you so much. All right, I think the best way to leave today's service is, I think when the group, Mr. Diggs' group sang, Look Where He Brought Me From, all right? So can we do that before we leave today? How about that? Y'all want to do that again? All right, can you help us with that? All right. Okay, all right. Look where He brought me from. Oh, look where